Hey, what's up guys, and thanks for tuning into the channel. Today we're going to be doing an unboxing of the newly released Supernatural, the complete series on Blu-ray. Now, this was a long time coming. Back when I think I was in middle school, Supernatural came out, and that was 15 years ago. Back then, it was kind of scary, but it was still exciting at the time because it was two brothers fighting all these monsters, and it would always be a different monster every single episode. And then on and on went until around about season 7. I was like, you know what? I don't know when this show's gonna end, and I hate having to wait for shows as they release a season and then they wait like half a year and then they release another season. And I hated waiting. So I was like, I'm just gonna wait until Supernatural finishes, the entire show finishes, and then I'm just gonna binge it all at once. And fast forward all these years, here we finally are. I'm glad that it's finally over because now I can actually watch it and enjoy it, but at the same time I'm kind of sad because this was it was a good show. It was a long show, and obviously whenever anything ends, it's definitely you kind of want more. We always desire more. So let's take a quick look at the box. This is a very, very hefty box. You see here on the front, Supernatural, the complete series. We have a Ring of Fire, and of course our boys in their Impala, Good Times, Bad Times, End Times. At the top here, we got Supernatural, the complete series. Try to ignore that halo. On the side here, just driving into the sunset. Same on this side. Just cornfield. And on the back here, we see that everything that actually comes in here. So we'll read on, carry on with the Winchester brothers. Sam and Dean spend their lives on the road, battling every kind of otherworldly threat. Over the years, in dozens of bloody adventures, they face everything from the yellow-eyed demon that killed their mother to vampires, ghosts, shapeshifters, angels, fallen gods, and even Lucifer and God themselves. So, see some of these photos here from the show. I believe these are actually from the more later seasons. And here we see, compiled with Supernatural's global family of superfans in mind. The complete series includes all 15 seasons, totaling 327 episodes, which is a lot. I think this is actually the longest sci-fi show released as of this point, because it went for 15 seasons. Hours of special features including in-depth featurettes, audio commentaries on select episodes, unaired scenes, and more. 68-page collectible booklet featuring exclusive archival photos, letters from the producers, and a select discography of the show's classic rock moments. So here is what it looks like on the inside. So without further ado, let's crack this guy open and see what the inside looks like. So I've got my knife here. I'm just gonna pinch the top. Be sure not to damage the box, of course. And I actually pre-ordered this back in March. The release date was May 25th, which I think was last Tuesday. And Amazon was actually supposed to get it here by that date, but it actually ended up being delayed twice. So I'm actually surprised that it ended up getting here today, even after being delayed twice, because they were estimating like mid-June when it was actually going to be delivered. And we are only, I think today is June 5th, so not too bad. Okay, let's get this out of the packaging. Get this wrapper out of the way. Let's get our knife out of the way as well. Safety first. Okay, so this whole top part is a kind of like a lid, but this thing itself is just a piece of cardboard that's attached. I have heard of people saying that the glue used on this is actually really strong and it ends up ripping the packaging underneath. So I'm going to be very careful in doing that. Oh yeah, it does seem very, very strong. Also want to keep this cardboard as well, so. Why would they use glue this strong? I don't get it. This is very, very, very strong glue. Okay, well, we got this piece off. Some creases in there. That's sad, but it's okay. So let's put that off to the side. And let's get this piece of glue off. There we go. Okay, not too bad. I do see a little bit of an air bubble, probably from where I was really pulling on it, but not too bad. So let's take a look at the back now that that piece is peeled off. And here we see our brothers here, Sam and Dean, standing in front of the classic Impala. And there is a bit of a scratch here. It's unfortunate as well. But other than that, it's pretty good. Let's take a look at the bottom. It just says 2021 Warner Brothers Entertainment, all rights reserved. So let's flip it around and let's open it up. And here we are. So let's take a look at each individual box here. So here we see seasons 1 and 2. And we got our brothers sitting on top of their Impala. On the back here we got these young lads back in the day burning something. I think that was a shapeshifter. I can't remember exactly. The art on this is actually really high up, so, and the discs are all over the place, and that was another one of the complaints that I heard people talk about, because the discs are not really locked in, which kind of sucks. These are Blu-ray discs, which is better quality than DVDs. They're actually a little bit more durable, but still having these discs just roll around is not something that's ideal. So make sure these are all pegged in, or as well as they can be. And of course, yeah, everything else just falls right out. So give me a second here. Okay, so I fixed that up. We got the artwork all down, and yeah, on the inside it was just these discs, and there's no artwork on the back of this as well. So that's actually a little unfortunate, but I fixed all the discs in this, so I actually won't be opening the other ones. I'll just fix them afterwards. So now that we see, the only thing that actually is different is this back artwork right here. So that's that one, the first one. Let's take a look at the second one. If I can get it out. I'm just having some trouble here. You know what, I'm just gonna pull them out all at once. So there's that one. Let's take a look at the second one here. So again, on the front, same mold, Supernatural Seasons 3 and 4. On the back here, we got Castiel, and this is when he was first introduced in the series. I believe season 4. So there's that one. Here we got the next set. We got seasons 5 and 6. And on the back, got our brothers again. Here we got seasons 7 and 8. On the back, we got our boys in their suits. Here we have seasons 9 and 10. And on the back, we got our 3 boys, our 3 musketeers. Here is seasons 11 and 12. And on the back here, and the last set is, everything else has fallen. There we go. Seasons 13 to 15. And on the back here, we got our 4 boys. I actually don't know who this guy is. I stopped watching the show back in season 7, I said. So I have no idea who this guy is, but I guess this is our final team here. And this one's heavy because it has all these extra discs as well. So let's take a look at what other goodies actually come in this set here. So we got I believe this is a Supernatural, the 15th and final season special features. So just for the last season here. And I think it just comes with one disc here. Disc 4 of season 15. Let's get this back. And on the back here, literally, it just says Supernatural, the end of the road. Behind the scenes of the journey to the finale, Supernatural family don't end with blood. This documentary examines the importance of family within the series among the cast, crews, and fans. Winchester mythology, Midwestern heroes, look at Sam and Dean as classic American heroes. Supernatural, the long road home, and retrospective of all 15 seasons. Supernatural 2019 Comic-Con panel. Emotional final event. Winning baby, Supernatural giveaway. Lucky fan wins a replica of the iconic Impala. And the gag reel. So that is that. And here we got, I'm guessing this is the episode guide for the entire series. Now, I'm not going to pause for every single page because that would just take forever. So let's just take a look at the photos in the front. Some of our classic moments here. Let's take a look at the back. I think the photos in the front are from the earlier seasons, and this are from the later seasons. And let's take a look at the blurb at the very beginning. And we'll read this together. So, okay, this is a hard one to write. I mean, as Supernatural rumbles over the horizon, hazy in the asphalt heat, I've reached out to the brilliant cast and the amazing crew to personally thank them for the passion and genius they've bled into the show, sometimes literally. But how do I thank you, the fans, the SPN family? It's emotional and hard to get my head around. I had this idea, this urban legend mythology of America, in one form or another, since college. Sometimes it was an anthology, sometimes it involved a tabloid reporter. Finally, it became a saga about two brothers on a road trip. But it was always the same universe, and I loved this so much. I pitched it over and over to anyone who would listen. I believed in it, but I was the only one. It was a bit like carrying a lit Zippo in a rainstorm. It's fragile and a little lonely, but it's still a flame. It still burns. After many years, incredibly, I got to make the show. Jared, Jensen, the writers, and the crew began to love it as well. The flame was fed and fanned and grew. And then the most improbable, insane thing happened. You embraced it. Millions of you. To this day, it floors me. Because I remember when I was the only one. I remember when it was just a single flame. But you made it your own. Made it bigger and better and messier and wilder and more loving than I ever could have imagined. You believed in it. You made that single flame into a massive bonfire that warms people when the night gets cold. For that, I can only give you my overwhelming love and gratitude. I'll always be blown away by it. I'll never take it for granted. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'll only ask one thing in return. Please keep the Supernatural family going. My single favorite part of the show is that, from a story about family, it created a real one. One of the very first and very strongest modern fandoms. You take care of each other, embrace each other's uniqueness and diversity, help each other through difficult times. Supernatural always provided a welcoming seat in the cafeteria for the weirdos. A safe place where outcasts know they're not alone, and in fact, they're not outcasts at all. I hope that continues. The show might be over, but family is forever, and it doesn't end with blood. The flame isn't mine anymore, it's yours. Please take care of it. Keep it burning. All my love. Eric Kripke, December 2020. That's a very nice little letter. And of course here, to the fans, I think the Supernatural family of fans is unique to television. The reason is you are truly a family. Loving, loyal, sometimes cranky, but always there for us. Our show could not have lasted for 15 years without the love and commitment you've shown us. Heartfelt thanks don't seem enough, but they're the best I can muster. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All my best, Bob Singer, December 2020. And here we get into all these episodes, just a brief explanation what they are, and yeah. Is there anything closer to the end here? Nope, that's it. So that is it for the episode guide. So yeah, let's get everything back in the box here. Personally, I think this is a little underwhelming for what we got as a final complete series. Again, the price wasn't too crazy, so you really can't expect too much, but I would have paid something a little bit more for something a little bit more flamboyant. But again, that's personally just me. Let me know how you feel down in the comment section below. It's still a good set. It has everything that we pretty much would want from a complete series from a TV show. I just feel like this show was just so big and had so much going for it to just end like this. Now, maybe in a few years down the road, they're going to release like a bigger, better, badder Supernatural the complete series. But just comparing this to what I had before, I bought the Smallville complete series around like 10 years ago when that first came out. And that thing I thought was way better presented than this. It had like folding pages. Each page had like artwork on it, and the discs were in there. You can pull them out, and it had like 2 big booklets that literally held all the discs. Whereas this one literally just has 7 Blu-ray disc cases that hold all the discs, and most of them don't even stay in the disc holder. So that is a little bit disappointing, but I mean, we still get this nice box that really holds everything together, so really can't complain too much for the price that I paid. Now, for the price that I paid exactly was around 320 Canadian. That was the pre-order price. The price now is going up. It's around like 360. DVD is probably a little bit cheaper for something around, I'm guessing 250 to 300 range. I could be wrong. Prices fluctuate all the time on Amazon, and this is where I actually got mine. Was on Amazon.com. So now I definitely hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to let me know by hitting that thumbs up button. Also, please consider subscribing and turning on notifications, as that really helps YouTube get to notice my channel and further encourages me to continue to put out more quality content. And until next time, guys, take care.